This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is brought to you thanks to the support of Generations Bank, Little John Orthodontics, Bill Cram Chevrolet, DeSanto Propane, Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, Brad Van Dusen Photography, It's a Wonderful Run 5K, Penny's Place Family Restaurant, Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies, Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, Wilson Press and Mail House, Connie's Diner, STEVER'S Garage and Jimmer's Auto, and FingerLakes1.com digital marketing.
And welcome inside Jim Tuck Court, Marcus Whitman High School. It's time for Section 5 high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com, and we got a great one for you tonight. The Marcus Whitman Wildcats, number 2 in Class C1 standings, hosting the Lyons Lions, the top team in Class C2 standings, and the leaders in Wayne County. Good evening, everybody. Glad you could be with us. My name's Jim Sinicropi. I'm sitting alongside Kevin Sharp for FingerLakes1.com. And Sharpie, a great matchup. What are Ferrara Lumber's keys to the game tonight?
Yeah, Jim, I've been looking forward to this since you assigned me the game. I think for Marcus Whitman, they really got to handle the press. The last time these two teams played, Lions press destroyed Marcus Whitman. They had trouble getting the ball into the offensive half of the court. I think Marcus Whitman has to have court balance. Limit the amount of run-out buckets that Lions gets. Make them play a half-court offense. For Lions, I think they got to have patience on the defensive end because Marcus Whitman runs their half-court offense as well as anybody, and I think they got to defend the three. I think the key to the game tonight is Liam Pendergrass. If he can stay on the court and do a good job defensively and rebound, I think they'll have a good shot to come out on top.
All right, well, we're underway. A little late start for us here as Horace Betts just hangs in the air and finishes at the rim to open up scoring here, and he's had a good week here for Lions. Up ahead now, it's Amir James off the steal, laying it up, no good, off the hands of Pendergrass and into the hands of Seth Benedict. Here comes Benedict the other way, to the hoop, off the glass, but he traveled.
It looks like Lions press is starting to bother him already. There's been 2 possessions for Whitman and two turnovers.
Now Nate Henry with the ball. Justin Tootie Smith not in action today. He's in street clothes on the bench, not exactly sure why, but Lions still brings plenty of weapons to the tables without Tootie. As here comes Amir James with a sick crossover and kiss to finish, so it's 4-0 Lions.
Whitman started man-to-man that time.
Get it way up to the big guy, Pendergrass. He dribbles, takes it at Benji, big company.
Nice move.
Kemp, and lays it in with the left hand. Pendergrass is a key to stay out of foul trouble. He's the one guy that brings a lot of size to the Whitman lineup. As Benji Kemp at the top of the key drives, and just as I said it, he travels.
Yeah, you mentioned Pendergrass. You look at the roster, they've only got 2 guys that are 6 foot or better, and he's one of them at 6'4". Really good athlete. I think third year on the varsity.
More full court pressure from Lions. Now, last time these two teams met at the Atwood Gymnasium back on December 17th, it was all Lions winning 65-48. The Wildcats looking for a little revenge today, and they tie it up with a little left-handed scoop from Ryan Harrod.
Yeah, I was at that game in Lions, and that's why I said they really have to handle the press well. It really wasn't a 17-point game. That's what the final score was, but it was closer than that.
Benji Kemp for 3. Don't see Benji shoot too many three balls.
Difficult to guard him out there.
So Whitman gets back to work, moving from our right to left. It's up top to Royston, into the hands of Pendergrass. Now into the corner it goes to Hildreth. A lot of juniors on the court for Whitman, and off the hands of the one senior and out of bounds. Back to actually 2 seniors on the court right now, Seth Benedict, although Benedict is already, is Benedict out there right now? No, Benedict must have took a seat. He is, he's on the bench.
Yep.
So Amir James controls in front of Coach Greg O'Connor in the Marcus Whitman bench, and now Benji Kemp looks to take it at Pendergrass again, hands it off to Betts. Guarded closely by Royston. Now he takes it right up and over Pendergrass and flexes a little bit. Betts has 4.
He's really come alive the last few weeks. His numbers have been increasing as the season's been going on.
Yeah, 30-point game against Gananda, I think it was Gananda.
You mentioned the juniors on the court for for Whitman, Lyons has 4 juniors on the court themselves.
Both these teams expected to be dominant next year, and from the look of the JV teams, for several years to come.
Yeah, that was a pretty exciting JV game.
Now, of course, Whitman playing an independent schedule after winning 3 straight Finger Lakes West titles. Actually, it might even be 4 straight, as we got an offensive foul on Jatez Barber.
That's at least twice Prendergast has slid over, and either he caused the travel one time because he was in the right position helping out, and then that time he drew an offensive foul. Those are things that really don't show up in the box score, but it flips the game.
So full court pressure from Lyons. You might see it all game long. Nate Henry on the ball. They inbound it to Jordan Lehue, the son of Marcus Whitman, athletic director Paul Lehue, into the hands of Royston. And now Lehue with a little hop step, and Benedict keeps it alive. Out to Lehue, left-handed 3-ball, no. Big rebound by Pendergrass, and he's fouled by the freshman J.C. Walker, I believe.
Yep. You mentioned the game back in Lyons. Benedict didn't play that game, so I think that's going to make a little bit of difference handling the press tonight.
Huge difference.
Senior guard.
Pendergrass knocks down the free throw. Also a smaller court at the Atwood.
Right.
For any visiting team, especially not a Wayne County team that doesn't have experience in that environment,
Yep.
It's very difficult.
Right.
Very difficult. Now here comes Betts. Into traffic, gives it up.
Prendergast in great position again, sliding over for the help.
And Benedict baseline jumper, in and out.
Walker got away with a push there too.
Here comes Lyons quickly the other way. Going to be up and down all night long here at Jim Tuck Court, but a sloppy turnover by Lyons. And here comes Lehue. Royston up top to Harrod. Ryan Harrod. Now over to Benedict. Benedict rises and fires from 19. Misses. Rebounded by Kemp. Benji made a 3. Now he's going to make like a point guard. Gives it to Amir James. A little step back. Yes.
Wow, tough shot.
Pretty sick. They give him 3 for that?
Yes.
Now Lehue to the elbow to Pendergrass. Back to Lehue. Pendergrass working hard against those big Lions bodies. Now Harrod rises and fires and is long. Great save
hustle. Wow.
by Aiden Royston. One thing's for sure, both these teams have incredible athletes.
They sure do. Well, you look at the board. Here we go with the step back.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And then cans it.
That's unguardable right there.
And Amir James certainly probably the shortest player on the court right now, but created enough space there to get that shot off easily as Walker rebounds it over to Betts. Betts into the paint, out to Benji Kemp. Another 3 for Benji, no.
Ooh.
And out of bounds, it'll stay with Lyons.
I got a foul.
Got a foul call. Give me a chance to tell you about some of our sponsors. Generations Bank online at mygenbank.com. Little John Orthodontics at littlejohnortho.com. Bill Cram Chevrolet, new and used inventory online at billcramchevrolet.com. And, of course, DeSanto Propane. Since 1939, the difference has been DeSanto. Visit them at DeSantoPropane.com. And that is sophomore Jalen Battle wearing number 41 into the ball game. He's been up for the past 3 games, I think.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, very strong athlete. I think he actually played quarterback for the football team this year.
Had pretty solid stat line in both those games, too. Points, rebounds, assists.
Right.
He seems to do it all. He's wearing the Carolina blue sneakers tonight. Be easy to spot him. There's Connor Tomian into the ball game wearing number 32, working against Battle, and he misses a jumper. Coming the other way is Betts to Amir James. And this time, James jukes him with a pump fake, but misses a shot. And Benedict with a rebound. Royston to Tomian. They reverse it quickly.
Ton of movement for Marcus Whitman on the offensive end.
Pendergrass tries a pick and slip. Instead, Benedict drives and flips it over the side of the rim. His first points of the game. It is 12-8 Lions. With 1:50 to go here, first period. Batts working off a pick from Kemp, picks up his dribble. Now he kicks it over to Battle. Battle lets a three ball go way off. Rebounded by Pendergrass. And 0 fouls on Pendergrass so far through the first 5 minutes or so of this ball game. It's a good plus for Whitman.
They definitely need him on the court.
And he wanted the ball there on the block, was pretty wide open.
He's
there
really
he gets
hard.
it from Benedict. Now he spins and tries a crazy little hook shot that doesn't draw any iron and out of bounds.
Not the best of shots there.
Coach O'Connor wants a 30-second timeout to talk it over and give me a quick chance to tell you about some more of our great sponsors like Finger Lakes Partners Insurance, insurance for your life, home, auto, and future. Visit them online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. And Connie's Diner in Waterloo. Check out their full menu at Connie's Waterloo. Great old school diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner at Connie's. So, we have been looking forward to this game for since it was announced earlier in the year. The rematch from the game on December 17th that Whitman lost 65-48. Lions comes in with just one loss, that being against North Star Christian at the Lions Community Center in a game you saw in Finger Lakes won back on January 3rd. Whitman comes in at 10-5. Of course, they've played a really difficult schedule compared to what they've usually played in the Finger Lakes West over the past 4 seasons, where they shared the championship or held the championship for 3 years, and then there was a try. They were tri-champs in 2015-16, so certainly a dynasty as far as the Finger Lakes West is concerned. But Whitman has their eyes on a sectional title this year, which is why they went independent to prepare. Baseline, Benedict.
Oh, nice look.
Whips it up. Now outside, Lehue for 3. Yes!
I think that's his first look, isn't it?
Yep. Betts loses it into the hands of Lehue. Lehue looks to push. They have numbers if they want it. Tomian now between the legs.
Oh, nice handle.
Definitely. And now the corner to Pendergrass. Pendergrass against Benji Kemp. Lays it in. And Pendergrass has 6.
And he's just doing a great job on both ends of the floor.
Wildcats lead by 1. 17 seconds to go, first period. The Lions will hold for 1. Baseline drive off the hands of Walker, and they're fighting with each other out there. That's Jarrell Petty and Walker now with 3 seconds left. Tomian gets tied up, and they're not going to get a shot off. But at the end of 1 period of play, your score, Marcus Whitman 13, Lions 12, and it's shaping up to be a great ball game here in Rushville. So stay with us. Keep it right here. It's Section 5 basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Thruway Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. Browse their full Cramtastic new and used vehicle inventory online at BillCramChevrolet.com, supporting high school athletes for the past 50 years. Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
And second quarter action underway here at Marcus Whitman. Lions basketball trailing by 1. Big catch by the freshman J.C. Walker, but he traveled there off the double team.
I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but Prendergast, again, came over to help, got in great position, forced a turnover.
We talk a lot about Whitman sometimes being interchangeable. They have so many great guards, but the one thing that they can't ever interchange is Liam Pendergrass.
That's right.
And so it is important for him to play good.
Yep.
So 13-12. A frenetic first half without a ton of scoring. Some pretty good defense. Both teams certainly came to play.
I think Whitman's on a 7-0 run right now. I think it was 12-6 at one time.
Now Benedict, right-hand dribble up top to Royston. Royston kicks it to Pendergrass. Finds Lehue. And now Royston gets the entry to Pendergrass, working against Benji Kemp. Spins into him. Good defense by Benji, and the pass tipped away. Here comes J.C. Walker. Walker Euro step, and he loses on the way up, but a foul. Now Benedict not happy, thought he had ball. Referees for tonight's ball game, Matt Miller and Steve Polo.
Two pretty experienced guys. I know Polo's a staple at the Warm Blue Cross for final game, and I think Miller's a third or fourth year varsity official and mentored under some really good varsity officials. So game's in good hands tonight.
Walker misses the first. And this next one will be the tie. So another interesting thing about the game tonight is there's 3 classifications in Class C in Section 5 as Walker knocks down the second. And that means that after the sectional champs are decided, they'll have another mini tournament to get to the Far West Regional and into the state tournament, the Class C playdown rounds. And the
nice move.
Wow, Connor Tomian, really nice move. And over the head of Pendergrass, up ahead to Kemp. Kemp to James. James to the hoop against Benedict, holds his ground.
You better be careful. He's got 2 already.
Benji Kemp lays it back up and in. And Benji's having a great start to the night. That would be his 5th point. But the team with the highest amount of sectional points out of the Class C1, C2, and C3 champions will get a bye, and the other 2 will have to play to advance to play that team. And so right now, in C1 you have Red Jacket, in C2 you have Lions, and in C3 you have Calbum.
Right.
As Kemp completes the 3-point play. This is a long story, but I'll try to get to it here. So if Lions wins tonight, they likely will maintain that the lead for the sectional points as that layup is missed, and they have a chance to secure that bye. If they lose tonight, there's almost no way that they'll end up with the bye.
Is that right?
Yeah. From what I was looking at last night.
Yeah.
Now Marcus Whitman, who's in 2nd place in Class C1, is way back.
Right.
Way back of Red Jacket, Lions, and Calmum. So Lions can't secure the win, the bye with a win tonight, although it would go a long way, but a loss might put it in jeopardy too.
Right.
And there's Amir James knocking down his 2nd 3 of the night. He has 8. There's 6 minutes left to go here. It is 19-13 Lions. The second quarter so far been all Lions. Here comes Horace Betts. A little too hard off the glass, but bad company. Benji Kemp running the floor, laying it back up and in, but they don't get back as Noah Hildreth kicks it back out top, and now Pendergrass at the foul line finds Hildreth. Hildreth pulls up, takes a 3, and knocks it down.
That was big to stop the run. You know, Whitman went on a 7-0 run to close out the quarter. Lions just went on a 9-0 run to start the second.
So it's a 5-point lead for the Lions. As Betts now working against Royston. Royston probably the best man defender on the Whitman team as that ball goes out of bounds. Back to Whitman.
It's a nice job by Lehue sliding over, and I thought it could have been an offensive foul.
These Whitman kids are certainly on the same page. Seem to have played together forever. Been through a lot of wars. They've struggled to get that sectional title. They haven't had one here since 1976. 2 years ago, they lost in the semifinals to North Star Christian in Bloomfield. As there is a drive and a block and a save by J.C. Walker, but out of bounds off of Benji Kemp's hands. Last year, of course, they made it all the way to the Blue Cross Arena where they lost to a really good C.G. Finney team. And this year, Class C1, a little more, there's not a North Star or a C.G. Finney quality team in there.
Well, you're right. C.G. Finney's not what they normally are.
Right.
But, I mean, if it ended today, Whitman would play C.G. Finney in the quarterfinals.
That's tough. I mean, they aren't what they were last year. They actually have a losing record, but they do have Marcus Robinson, one of the best players you'll see in Section 5, just a 9th grader. Put up 60 this year, 56 and 60. And
didn't he tie Vert's record or something?
Yeah, he hit 60. His Benedict's puts it up. Benedict has a long way to go to get to 60. He's got 4. Mayor James misses. Yeah, I think Robinson had 56 one game, and then he had 60 another game. But, again, that could be a waiting for this Whitman team in the quarterfinals. Let's get a look at Greg O'Connor, long-time men's head coach. Wow,
that's his second, I think.
Tagged J.C. Walker.
Just got an update from Wayne. Newark and Wayne are tied up 16 at the end of the first quarter.
So Newark, just when they thought they were kind of checking out for the season, they had a big week last week with a nice win against, or bouncing back from that loss to Miners with a big win against Penyan. They blew them right out. As Lehue misses the 3. Long rebound.
Nice hustle.
Wow, great hustle by Noah Hildreth. And Coach Scott's not happy with the call. I think he's saying that Hildreth stepped on the line when he jumped to save it.
Right. Both officials had the same exact thing.
Now Lehue down to Pendergrass. A little left-handed baby hook. Pendergrass came to play. 8 points for the big guy. 4 minutes to go.
He's done a little jump hook, both right and left-handed tonight so far. He's really working on that post game.
Amir James out top to Benji Kemp, now to Horace Betts. He rises and fires over Royston. It's off, but rebounded by Kemp. One dribble, back up, and no. Pulled down by Pendergrass. Way up ahead it goes. And Hildreth misses, but there's, Benedict's misses, and now Royston and Benedict's missed, and now here comes Benji the other way. A little Euro step crossover, gets it to go. Wow,
that's a 4-point swing right there. Wow.
So up and down, fast-paced action. Right now it's Lions by 3. And we got a timeout on the court. Give me a chance to tell you about Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant. You can order online at Cichinos.com, Waterloo, Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. And the It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a Wonderful Run 5K.com. Of course, sign-ups for next year's race in December, not quite open yet. But last year they registered close to 6,000. And then just a couple of the fine sponsors you'll hear from tonight that make broadcasts like this one possible.
Coach O'Connor just issued a bench warning here, so it's like Mr. Polo has a little short fuse today. He's not taking anything. I didn't think Coach O'Connor went overboard at all.
So here comes Whitman. That is Noah Hildreth with the basketball crossing the timeline right in front of our vantage point here at midcourt. And into the paint it goes and back out to Royston. Royston thought about taking it, instead pulls up and really moving the ball around here. Now it's Hildreth again on the far side. Picks it up, gets it into Royston. Royston throws it up over Horace Betts, no good. Went for the steal, nice spin move by Betts. Now Betts going all the way to the basket. A little too strong off the backboard. So Whitman down 3 with the basketball. 2:50 to go here, second period. I'm Jim Sinicropi alongside Kevin Sharp here at midcourt. Jeremy Hunt providing the great images you're enjoying right now in tonight's broadcast, produced by Jason Hunt. 3 ball, way off by Ryan Harrod.
Rod's having a little tough shooting night tonight, but he's the kind of kid that can come down and knock down 3 or 4 in a row. So I don't think Coach O'Connor's too worried about the red light, green light.
Now it's Jatez Barber for 3, no good. Big rebound by Nate Henry, but slapped away by Benedict. And now a jumper is off the mark from Hildreth, and it's out of bounds back to Lions. I say Benedict's, it's Benedict.
Benedict.
Like Benedict Arnold. Not saying he's a traitor, but he's actually he's a great kid, a fantastic lacrosse player.
I think he's playing Division II. He's going to Lemoyne.
I want to say Lemoyne, but it seems like there's a lot of kids that have gone to Lemoyne lately.
Yeah, right.
But I think he is going to Lemoyne. Right. I think he'll join Billy Thompson from last year up in Lemoyne.
Yeah, I think I mentioned Royston. It's actually Harad who's been off on a few shots.
So now Benji Kemp swings it. There's the sophomore battle. No.
Nice box out.
Yeah, easy rebound there for Pendergrass with that type of position. Whoa, great no-look pass from from Benedict to Pendergrass. And Pendergrass now has 10 points, and the Wildcats are to within one, and battle travels. I guess that's better than an offensive.
Yeah.
You can't believe it. It looks like he's going to be taking a seat right now as Jarrell Petty checks in. He's staying out. James is coming out. Full court pressure from Lions. Yeah. Benedict down to Harad. Harad cross court to Pendergrass. Oh, he whipped it in there. He wasn't ready. Tough pass to handle. It was at his knees. Simple bounce pass might have worked now. There's Betts leaving up for Benji Kemp. And so far tonight, Sharpie, it's been the big guys doing most of the scoring. It's fun to see. 10 points for Kemp this quarter, 13 on the game. Battle almost stole it. Now it's on the ground, and so are the players. And great hustle by Harad to save it, and we got a timeout, Coach O'Connor.
You know, it has been an exciting game so far. I like the fact that both teams are playing in-your-face man-to-man defense. They're doing an excellent job of boxing out. I mean, this is a well-played game by two really good teams.
It's exactly what we thought we'd see.
Bob
Oman made the drive. Of course, a little local legend in Lions, a big supporter of Lions athletics.
Absolutely.
And really all types of athletics locally. Formerly owned the Newark Pilots, now owns the Geneva Red Wings franchise of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. Right. And here too, Whitman's excited about their girls team. They currently in first place in the Finger Lakes West. They lost a tough game last night to the Penyan girls.
Right.
Of course, that's not a league game, so they do maintain a slight one-half game lead over Red Jacket in the West girls standings, and they got them coming up. I was talking to Maddie Ryan before the game, and she's got that date marked on her calendar.
And you mentioned Bob Oman, a supporter of Lions, but he just does all sports. I mean, the community's lucky to have a guy like Bob Oman. He's so willing to give.
His name's on the court of the community center. What a fun place that is for a high school basketball game. We were lucky enough to see North Star Christian Alliance square off on January 2nd, I think that was. It was right after the New Year.
Yeah.
25-22. That stands as Lions' sole loss of the season at this point. 15-1. Looking for their school's 20th sectional title in a few weeks. And what a take and finish by Noah Hildreth. Pulls the Wildcats back to within one, and a free throw will tie it at 25 here with 41 seconds left to go in the first half.
Good move by Coach O'Connor getting Benedict out of the game. I think he's got 2 fouls. He played a long time, still played very aggressively, and didn't pick up another foul. So, you know, sometimes you got to let your seniors play through things, and he trusted him, and Benedict didn't let him down.
Jordan Lehue also took a seat. There's Jordan's dad, Paul Lehue, thanking for the great accommodations here. Courtside at Jim Tuck Court, and it's a tie ball game. Hildreth has 6. 38 seconds to go in the first half of play. And there goes a 3-ball from Jarrell Petty. And now Whitman can hold for 1 if they want. Shot clock's off. They trail by 3. Harad picks up his dribble in a tough spot. Gets it way up top, though, to Noah Hildreth, who pulls up and hits. And Hildreth catching a little fire. He scored the last 5 for Mid Lakes, or for Whitman, and it's a 1-point game. 6 seconds left, 5 seconds left. Kemp can't get to it. It's kicked out of bounds by Hildreth, or that would be Zach Lovejoy into the ball game. And with 3.1 left in the half, it'll be Lions inbounding from in front of the Whitman fans. They throw it up to Betts. 3-ball on the way. No good. Rebounded by Pendergrass, and that'll do it for the first half of action here at Whitman. It's everything that we hoped it would be. And right now, the visiting Lyons Lions hold a 1-point lead. When we come back, it's the Bill Cram Chevrolet Halftime Report on FingerLakes1.com.
This live presentation of high school basketball on FingerLakes1.com is made possible thanks to the support from Cicino's Pizzeria and Restaurant, celebrating 23 years in the Finger Lakes with locations at 22 Main Street in Waterloo, 40 Exchange Street in Geneva, and Del Lago Resort and Casino. Dine-in, takeout, delivery, catering, and banquets. Order online at Cicinos.com. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. Finger Lakes Partners Insurance. For your life, home, auto, and future. Whether it's your first car, second home, or third child, the experienced professionals at Finger Lakes Partners can recommend the coverage that best utilizes and protects your assets. With offices in Geneva, Victor, and Waterloo, and online at fingerlakesinsurance.com. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane. 4 generations strong, DeSanto Propane is a trustworthy, family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com or call 1-800-752-4574 and look for DeSanto Propane on Facebook. Ferrara Lumber has been locally owned for 3 generations and is more than just a lumber and building supplier. Stop in on Baird Street in Seneca Falls to browse their full section of power tools, hardware, lawn and garden, painting, and plumbing supplies, and talk to their experienced staff before planning your next home improvement project. Brad Van Dusen Photography is a full-service photographer serving the Finger Lakes region, offering family, senior, and wedding portraits, also specializing in sports photos, collages, banners, and other keepsakes for your student-athlete. For more information, find Brad on Facebook or visit bradvandusenphotography.com. Penny's Place Family Restaurant, located on 5 and 20 in the Liberty Plaza between Seneca Falls and Waterloo, well known for their large portions and home-cooked meals, a large selection of breakfast items, and everything from burgers, salads, and wraps for lunch. If you want a great meal while pinching a penny, come to Penny's Place. Jimmer's Auto offers a full inventory of late model cars, trucks, and minivans. Check out their full inventory online at jimmersauto.com. And for service, visit STEVER'S Garage on Fall Street in Seneca Falls. Jimmer's Auto and STEVER'S Garage, strong supporters of local high school athletes for over 40 years. It's a Wonderful Run 5K. It's a winter run like no other through the streets of Seneca Falls, the town that inspired Frank Capra's holiday classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Learn more and register at itsawonderfulrun5k.com. Red's Place in downtown Seneca Falls, locally owned for 43 years and serving great lunches Monday through Friday from 11:30 to 2 p.m. Legendary soups, wraps, salads, and the best burgers in town. For over 65 years, the Wilson Press has been serving Central New York as commercial printers with a full-service mail house. Specializing in offset and digital printing, graphic design services, full mail house services, marketing and advertising plans, and fundraising programs, call them today at 315-568-9693 or visit them online at wpress.com. Connie's Diner on Main Street in Waterloo has the ambiance you will only find in a true diner. Let the Cardazola family serve your next breakfast, lunch, or dinner from their vast menu of time-tested favorites and original recipes. Visit them online at connieswaterloo.com. And FingerLakes1.com digital marketing, website development, hosting, multimedia production, and home of the most popular website and mobile app in the Finger Lakes. Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FL1.
It's Big Truckin' Deals here at Bill Cram Chevrolet. Check out this cram-tastic inventory for big truckin' deals. Whatever truck you're looking for, we've got the inventory. Trucks for towing, trucks for family, trucks for work, and trucks for fun. Whatever you're into, we've got a big truckin' deal waiting for you. All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our truckin' deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
And welcome back to Rushville, New York, inside Marcus Whitman High School. Everybody, it's time for the Bill Cram Chevrolet halftime report, where your score at halftime, the visiting Lyons 28, and the Marcus Whitman Wildcats 27. I'm Jim Sinicropi alongside Kevin Sharp. And Sharpie, during that second quarter, we were talking about sectionals and how there's 3 classifications in Class C. So that means that once there's 3 sectional champs, there'll have to be a play-in round
Right.
to get to the state tournament as Class C's representative from Section 5.
Right.
So it's a unique thing, but it's kind of unfair almost. The team with the most sectional points will get a bye out of the 3 sectional champions.
Yeah, back when I was coaching, the year we ended up winning the states, we were the number 1. We had the most points. There were 3 D classifications at that time, so we were the number 1. We had the most sectional points. And it was a huge advantage for us.
Sure, because you're talking about a tournament between 3 sectional champions.
Right.
Very good teams.
So we played on a Friday night on the War Memorial Court. And then Jasper, Troopsburg, and Prattsburg had to play on Saturday morning. Then
of course, he's talking about 1993 Clyde Savannah Golden Eagles.
So they had to turn around and play on a Geneseo on a Monday night. Then they had to turn around and play us on a Wednesday.
Yeah, they got to get that in before the Far West Regional. Usually Friday, Saturday.
Exactly. So normally it's on Wednesday night. If there's 2 teams, like B1 and B2 will play down on Wednesday night. But because there's 3 teams, they've got to have a pre-play-in game. And the team that plays on Wednesday, on only Wednesday, has a huge advantage.
Yeah. So right now in Class C2, Lyons has 73 sectional points heading into the game. I mean, they definitely have secured the number 1 seed, regardless of what happens tonight in Class C2. In Class C1, Red Jacket, the number 1 seed with 67 sectional points, and Red Jacket, the 1 lone loss to York, but they're going to win out most likely. And so if Lyons does drop this game today, they could fall out of that top overall seed.
Right.
And I'm not sure how many sectional points Cal Mum has in C3, but they're the number 1 seed in C3.
Yeah, I think they've got maybe 1 loss. So it should be very interesting.
Very close and tight.
Very interesting seed tournament all the way around.
Yeah.
Not just those playing games, but, in the sectionals. Geneseo, Lions would have to go in to play Geneseo. And Geneseo is, from what I understand, they play in a very tough league.
Yeah.
They're extremely good. And Marcus Whitman's bracket is loaded with teams. I saw Rochester Academy play earlier this year, and they're extremely athletic. So they're a team that could cause trouble to teams like Gananda, Marcus Whitman, Red Jacket. So I mean, that's going to be a nice Finger Lakes bracket for us.
Of course, Gananda the 3 seed, East Rochester the 5 seed, even Sodus at 8, an improved Williamson team way down at 11. But we're hoping for some sort of Red Jacket Whitman showdown somewhere along the way, because they normally are league mates, and poor Red Jacket has been taking their lumps the past 4 years as Whitman's won that league, and now this year when they finally have that senior team they've been building towards, Whitman bolts for independent.
Right.
So it would be really interesting to see them meet at the Blue Cross Arena or maybe in the semifinal.
Not to look too far ahead, but the way it breaks down right now, we could have a semifinal with Gananda and Marcus Whitman, and then a final with either Red Jacket, Gananda, or Marcus Whitman.
Yeah, and actually look at it, Gananda's only 3 points behind Marcus Whitman right now, so if Whitman loses tonight and Gananda wins their next game, Gananda might overtake him for the 2nd seed.
Right, which might not always be a good thing, because you got number 7, C.G. Finney, that they'd have to play in the quarterfinal. The 2nd seeded team would have to play the 7th team in the quarterfinal game. So, but it's very interesting. That's going to be a nice bracket to keep an eye on.
And we haven't talked outside of Geneseo too much about C2, but look who's number 3, the number 3 seed, Clyde Savannah.
Much improved.
They have been in a lower classification than Lions the past several years, but now they're both C2. Of course, we saw that game on January 9th on Finger Lakes 1 that Lions won 71-57 in the Atwood. But that's no gimme game. Clyde keeps getting better. Darren Preston's group's getting better. And Cam Chance, any team with Cam Chance on it has a great chance to win.
In that game, I believe Cam picked up his 3rd foul in the first quarter.
Yeah.
So he was really limited in playing time. So it'll be very interesting to see them when they play again on February 14th.
And then another familiar Finger Lakes West name, Bloomfield, has the 9 seed right now if it were to end today. But absolutely, it's the best time of year. Finger Lakes 1, we're going to be live at a lot of sectional games. And of course, every Wayne Finger Lakes team that's in a championship game, girls and boys, will be there. A lot of doubleheader semifinal games. Those are, for me, those are almost more fun than the finals.
Yeah, those are very nice.
High school gyms.
Place like this. Marcus Whitman hosts a lot of sectional semifinal games. So it's going to be very fun over the next 4 weeks.
So we are about 26 seconds away from the start of the second half, and we got a good one.
Right.
So here we go. We'll turn ourselves around. Run through the first half scoring for you real quick. For Marcus Whitman, it was Liam Pendergrass with 10, Noah Hildreth with 8, Seth Benedict with 4, Jordan Lehue with 3, and Ryan Harad with 2 for the Lions. Lions, Benji Bad Company Kemp leading all scorers with 12, Amir James with 8, 4 for Horace Betts, 3 for Jarrell Petty, and 1 for the freshman J.C. Walker. Also has a couple fouls, as does Benedict. And it's Whitman ball to start things off, and we have a 3-ball on the way and down from Jordan Lehue. And just like that, Whitman's back on top by 2. And almost a steal, out top by Hildreth. And now Betts tries to answer, and he can't. J.C. Walker got to be careful. It's
his third.
They give him the foul?
I think so.
Yep, they did. He went right over the back of the shorter Whitman player and picked up his third foul just 34 seconds into the second half, and he's staying on the court. Actually, they're showing Walker with just 2 fouls.
Oh, really? I thought he had 3. Okay.
So now Pendergrass out top to Harad, back to Hildreth. Hildreth tries to bounce past the Pendergrass, and wide open. And an air ball from Ryan Harad, but easy putback. Was that Lehue or Royston?
Hildreth. Oh, that shot it?
That scored it.
Hildreth, number 12.
Okay. So Hildreth now has 10. Was obscured there by some of the traffic. We have the best seats in the house, though, Sharpie, here at mid-court at Jim Tuck Court.
The one thing I miss about calling a Lions game at half court is the Lions faithful that are sitting right next to us complaining about their officials.
I know. We always know when they make a good or bad call.
The DeCola brothers and Dot Casavino.
Yeah, they might be in the gym somewhere as Amir James rises and fires. And James started the game with some hot shooting, now has 11. And the Lions now trail by 1, make it 3 as Pendergrass continues his outstanding play tonight.
He's getting great position, and the thing I like about Marcus Whitman is they're getting him the basketball tonight.
Amir James now guarded closely by Hildreth. Pivoting up top to the freshman J.C. Walker, guarded by Harad. Walker takes it to the rim too hard, but there he is, Benji Kemp.
Always in the right spot at the right time.
14 now for Benji Kemp. 5:40 to go, third period. Royston up top to Hildreth. 3-ball on the way and off, rebounded by Betts. Bounce pass up to Barber. Barber rises and fires and hits. Just a 2-pointer. Now quickly the other way comes Whitman, and that's going to be another foul on J.C. Walker. I think that'll be his third.
Him or Kemp? Yep.
Who did they get, Walker?
They got Walker.
So get a replay here of that play by Pendergrass.
Nice move.
So Walker takes a seat with those 3 fouls coming at the third coming at 5:19 to go, third period. Great inbound play and finish by Aiden Royston. That's Royston's first points of the game. Puts Whitman back up top by 1. Back and forth we go. Already 3 lead changes this quarter. We're just 3 minutes in. Barber over to James, right in front of the Lions bench, and James tries a low percentage pass inside, and here comes Whitman the other way. Lehue picks it up into Pendergrass, working against Kemp. Back out to Royston, and now they're going to get Benji Kemp with a foul. Benji doesn't like it.
He's talking to his own players, though, about, I think, defensive rotations there. He's a senior. He's earned the right to, to be a leader out there.
From what I've seen so far, Benji is the leader of this team. A ton of really talented players playing together for a long time, but Benji is providing that senior leadership. And Lehue now to Pendergrass, another senior. Lehue kicks it over, 3-ball on the way, off the mark again from Hildreth. Now Lions looking to retake the lead. Amir James swings it to Kemp, top of the key. Back to James. James wants it. Instead works off a pick from Kemp, continues driving, leaves it off for Battle, the sophomore JV call-up in the game on the floor, and he saves it. And we must have a timeout.
Yep.
Timeout, Coach Schott. Give me a chance to tell you about STEVE'R's Garage and Jimmer's Auto. Used car inventory available online at jimmersauto.com. And Ferrara Lumber and Building Supplies. Browse their selection at ferraralumber.com. And Brad Van Dusen Photography. Check out all the great sports and action photography from Brad Van Dusen at bvdsports.com. So here we go. We got about 12 minutes of game action left, and it is a 1-point game. Wildcats leading by 1 at halftime. We talked about the implications of this game. Going to have some implications in the Finger Lakes 1 power rankings, actually, where right now Lyons sits at 3, and I think Whitman's at 5 in the latest power rank. There they are. Whitman's 5. Lyons has been swapping places with Geneva the past couple editions of the poll. Now, this is not as important as what happens with the final sectional seedings and league standings. To some people, it might be.
I think so.
So here comes Lyons with the basketball, trailing by 1 on the road. An unfamiliar territory here in Rushville. I do enjoy coming here. It's a comfortable facility. It's showing its age a little. The court itself showing its age. It's a classic.
It is old school type of basketball court. I love it.
And now Benji Kemp out top to Barber. Barber takes, and it is out of bounds off the foot of Liam Pendergrass. 4:06.
Your number 1 team in the rankings, Wayne, is up 7 at halftime, 38-31 against Newark.
In Wayne.
So
good showing for the Reds in the first half, but that Wayne team nice turn around by Battle, but he couldn't get it to go, and now here comes Whitman the other way. Nice pass, and lay it up and in is Royston for 2. Hurrah to Royston. And Royston's got 4 points this quarter. And now Betts kicks it out to James. Up top, Kemp thinks about a 3. Pump fake into the lane. He goes and gets the kiss. Benji Kemp having a heck of a game.
he's one of my favorite players around. He just goes out and does his job, doesn't talk trash. He just plays basketball.
And now Pendergrass, they're giving him an open look there, and he's going to take it.
Wow.
Mark it down!
Game two.
Just 2 for Pendergrass. He has 12, but it gives Whitman a 3-point lead here with 3 minutes to go. And brings the crowd here at Marcus Whitman High School to their feet. Now Battle. Dribbling with the left hand to Kemp. Kemp spins up over Pendergrass, and great defense by Pendergrass. And whoa, Benji's got to be careful. Don't want to foul 90 feet away. Here comes Lehue to the basket, hangs, a little floaters goes down. 8 points for Jordan Lehue, 5-point lead for Whitman. Here comes the sophomore Battle, offensive foul!
Pendergrass is all over the court.
And I'm not sure that Coach Schott wanted the sophomore JV call up there to be so aggressive in that instance. Results in a turnover, as now we got Nate Henry checking into the game and Battle checking out. Battle doesn't want to come out. There he goes.
Yeah, I just don't think there was good communication when Henry came on the court.
Right. So a couple subs in there for Lions. Jarrell Petty and Nate Henry, along with Betts, Kemp, and James. The Lions trail by 5, 2:22 to go. Here comes Benedict. Over to Royston. Now Harrod holds it. Pendergrass thinking about maybe taking another long range, but instead it's Lehue!
Timeout, Lions.
Coach Schott has seen enough. Biggest lead of the game for the Wildcats. They're up 8 as Lehue has 8 third quarter points, 11 on the ball game. We're talking about Wayne. Got distracted by the action on the court, but going into this year with all their losses, I said, all right, we'll see Wayne in another year when Blankenbird's a junior and Rob Tyler
Reynolds.
Yep. I want to say Robinson. You know, it'll be a year away, but Coach Thompson had other ideas. They're clearly the best team in the Wayne Finger Lakes.
There's no doubt. I've seen them play 3 or 4 times this year. Coach Thompson does an excellent job of defining their roles, and then the kids not only accept them, but they embrace them. It's fun to watch them play.
Other Finger Lakes East action tonight has Minders hosting Geneva. See if we can get you an update there. It's actually 8-point Geneva lead at the half, 33-25. So Lions in trouble here, down 8, inside 2 minutes, third quarter. Need a bucket. Benji Kemp has it, guarded closely by Royston. Picks up his dribble over to Petty. Now Amir James for 3. No good. Nice box out by Lehue, up ahead to Benedict. They don't have numbers, but he continues to push. And the floater no good. Hauled down by Pendergrass. And, they got a foul on Nate Henry. We want a chance to tell you about Red's Place, serving the best lunch in town in downtown Seneca Falls. And Wilson Press and Mailhouse online at wpress.com. They try to whip it into Pendergrass. Good job recovering it. Now Benedict for 3. Yes!
Wow.
Make it an 11-point lead for the Wildcats here at home. Now Benji Kemp, top of the key 3. He knocks it down. So that is the second three-pointer for Benji, and he has 19 points here with 1:03 left to go. Huge shot from the senior.
That was huge.
Kind of stopped the bleeding. And now Royston over to Harrod. Now Pendergrass swings it to Benedict. Nice cut. Back to Benedict. Great passing by Whitman, but blocked from behind his bets. Another great pass for Lehue. The teardrop. 10-point lead. 35 seconds to go. Betts. Kemp's open. Not going to take it, though. Almost threw it away through the hands of Henry. Back to Kemp. Kemp likes that top of the key 3 tonight. Instead, he's going to take it inside against Pendergrass. Spins into a double team, and we got a foul.
Ooh.
They got a foul on Harrod as we get a look here at some great passing for Whitman. First attempt, a little 1-2 to Pendergrass, no good, but then Pendergrass with the presence of mind to find Lehue, who also had the presence of mind to cut to the basket and ended up with a teardrop.
They actually play like a men's adult league. I mean, they just know where everybody is at all times. They share the basketball. You know, in that play, they had a couple different options. They happened to go down low, but they also had Lehue open for a 3 on that. Boy, Pendergrass.
Nate Henry turns it over into the hands of Pendergrass, so we got 8 seconds left. 10-point lead, looking for more, down to 5. And the pull-up jumper rattles around and in for Ryan Harrod. And it's a 12-point lead as the third quarter expires. Wow. 8 more minutes here to go in Rushville as the Wildcats lead the Lions 52-40. Keep it right here. You're watching Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com.
Generations Bank has celebrated 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
DeSanto Propane is 4 generations strong as a trustworthy family-owned business with unmatched customer service. Go online at DeSantoPropane.com for more info. DISANTO Propane.com or call toll-free at 1-800-752-4574 today. DeSanto. Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
After that, Lion. I'm sorry.
We're back. It's Lions ball, and
Yep.
There's Liam Pendergrass on the wall of the gymnasium here at Marcus Whitman. And Marcus Whitman just won that third quarter 25-12 over the Lions to open up a 12-point lead. Let's see if the Lions have a comeback in them here. They got 8 minutes to get it back. Horace Betts into the paint and gets the roll. So lead back down to 10, and for Betts, that's his first points since the first quarter. He whipped it in there. Instead, out to Royston, open for three. That one's no good, but Benedict with another rebound, blocked by bad company, Benji Kemp. 7:27 to go.
Whitman's much like Wayne. They trust their teammates. You know, Benedict threw a bullet pass there, knowing his team was going to be there, and the guy just made a great catch.
Been playing together since the 4th grade, and there's Lehue now letting one fly for three. Nothing but the bottom of the net, and hello, Jordan Lehue. Huge second half for the junior point guard. He played behind John Donovan last year, but this year he's the floor general. Kemp might have lost it and kind of hiked it out to Barber, who leaves it for Betts, who misses a free throw jumper. And now up ahead, it's a run out. It's Royston, lay it up and in with the left hand. Timeout, Coach Shot.
Wow.
15-point lead for Whitman. And Sharpie, this.
What do we got here?
What? There's no cheerleaders here tonight, at least that aren't students. Maybe this is a.
I love it.
I tell you, they should be excited. Nobody expected to
gotta
see.
Go over here.
Oh, that's Lyons.
Yeah.
A smaller crowd, but unfortunately, the Whitman fans have a lot more to cheer about than the Lions fan. Nobody expected Whitman to be up 15 in the 4th quarter tonight.
Not this.
But, and it's not as if Lyons is playing poorly. Whitman the ball movement has been incredible.
Right, extremely disciplined, both offensively and defensively.
The defense has been incredible, especially the interior defense. And again, this is a team on the mission. Nothing short of a sectional title will satisfy Greg O'Connor's Wildcats this year. And the same could be said for Lyons. Fortunately for both teams, they won't have to face each other until after the sectional finals in Class C. So Barber now to the freshman Walker. Lyons needs a bucket, 10 to shoot. Barber into the paint, kicks it out to the corner. Wide open is Betts. He can't get it to go, and off the hands of Barber and tracked down by Betts. Betts now into the lane, a little dipsy-do, a little out of control. Controlled by Jordan Lehue. 6 minutes to go. Bucket here from Whitman. This game might be over. Pendergrass has a good seal.
He's got him. Back door.
Wow. They're too easy.
Yep.
Ryan Herod finds Seth Benedict wide open on the block. And it's a 17-point Marcus Whitman lead.
They push. Yep.
Whoa. Technical foul on a double technical. So referee Matt Miller tees them both up. I didn't see the initial incident.
It looked to me like they were just trying to, referee called a jump ball or whatever he called, and one guy was trying to get the ball, the other guy didn't want to give it up, and then words were exchanged.
Tell you, it's always a bad look for the team that's down 17 in those situations. In my so they're trying to sort this out. Double technical, there'll be no free throws.
I don't think there would be free throws. It's a good piece of officiating here. He's bringing both coaches together to explain it, what he's got.
Be Lions basketball. So that's actually the 4th foul on Benedict, or the 3rd foul on Benedict, excuse me, as Benji Kemp muscles it up and in on the block. Big bucket from Kemp, who now has 21 points on the ball game. And now Whitman not going to be in any hurry. Lead at 15, 5:20 to go.
Lions went to a 2-3 zone.
Oh, Leahy's open again for three. Rims out, but there's Benedict, and he finds Royston. Wow. Most guys get that rebound and go right back up, but he recognized a wide open teammate and delivered the pass for an easy layup. Is that Barber in the paint?
He's not calling that on Prendergast, is he? Oh, man.
Get a replay here. This rebound by, like right here, he could have gone back up, but instead he whips it over. Nobody's expecting a wide open layup. So that is the second foul on Pendergrass. 4:54 to go, fourth period. James with it, up top to Kemp. It's a 17-point lead for Marcus Whitman. James rises and fires from 16, no good, and rebounded by Harad.
It's a great box out. They just do, they're so fundamentally sound.
And every aspect of the game tonight. Lehue up top to Royston, over to Pendergrass. Pendergrass. Lehue. Harad. Benedict. Oh, right off the hands of the great hustle by Royston. And we got a jump ball or a foul. We got a foul on Benji Kemp. And we got a technical foul on Benji Kemp.
Wow.
Must have said something because, you know, it was just a hustle play.
Right.
Benji didn't, you know, try to scrap with the kid on the floor. He just got up and he must have said something to Miller.
Yeah.
So that'll be the third and fourth foul for Benji Kemp.
Yeah.
Just like that. And with 4:15 to go in a 17-point lead.
Coach Schatz's doing the right thing right now. I mean, Benji can't do that. He's a senior leader, and yeah, it's too bad.
A lot of frustration because I don't think anybody. First of all, I can't remember the last time I seen Lions down 17 in a regular season game. You know,
and they were up one at halftime.
Yeah. So it's just been a frustrating second half as it'll be Aiden Royston shooting the technical foul.
No, I think this is the 1-and-1, and now they'll shoot the technical.
Okay, they're going to let Lehue shoot it. So Royston misses the front end of the 1-and-1. And now the technical foul should be two shots from Lehue, right?
Yep.
One down. What a second half from Jordan Lehue. He had three at halftime. He now has, after that free throw, 18 points and 19-point lead for Marcus Whitman.
It's getting really chippy because during the foul shots, and both referees are over here, there was some talking going on here between Whitman and Lyons.
Again, these teams could potentially meet later in the postseason.
Yep.
As J.C. Walker picked up his fourth, and he better be careful.
Yep.
He didn't like the call. I can tell you one thing, the officials aren't the ones deciding the outcome of this game.
Not at all.
Whitman has been unbelievable tonight as Pendergrass knocks down a free throw. Just his third point of the second half. He's got 13 on the ball game. And make it a 21-point lead for Whitman here with 4:07 to go in the ball game. If the Lions are going to mount any type of comeback, they got to do it quick. Here comes the sophomore Jay Battle, and he's fouled. So a lot of whistles lately.
That's a good call. I mean, they got to keep this thing under control here in the last 4 minutes. I think the game's decided, so let's just make sure we get out of here with nobody getting in any big trouble.
So Battle knocks down the free throw. His first point tonight. And second free throw is off the rim, no good. And Pendergrass steals it out of the hands of a couple Lions, and it's up to Royston and into Lehue. And again, no hurry for the Wildcats. On the block, Pendergrass. Oh. Nice move, couldn't finish. And now here comes Battle. Battle to Barber. Barber looking for an opening, gets it out to James, pump fake into the lane, and James, strong take, can't get it to go, just not the night for the Lions. As up ahead comes Harrod, hangs in the air, and he can't finish. J.C. Walker with it. Not sure if Coach O'Connor liked that quick shot there with the lead. Behind the back, Walker. Impressive handle for a 14, 15-year-old kid there in J.C. Walker.
Yeah, that shot by Harrod, I mean, it's a layup, so you're going to take it. But the thing I like about Marcus Whitman is a couple minutes ago, Jordan Lehue, the half he's having, he had an open three after one pass. And he decided, well, I can get this shot anytime, so I'm going to work it around. We'll take some time off the clock, maybe get a layup here. You know, it just shows maturity and high basketball IQ.
Well, I haven't seen a team move the ball all year like I've seen Whitman move it tonight.
Yep.
Both up and down and side to side.
Yep. Very extremely well-coached team.
Second one rails in and out for Walker. And Coach O'Connor wants a timeout.
Great timeout.
You know, with a 17-point lead, it might be a little bit too early to clear the benches, but look at the upcoming schedule for both teams. For Marcus Whitman, again, playing that independent schedule. They're at Wellsville. A couple of, actually they have 3 B teams and 1 A team left. So they got at Wellsville and at Miners. You'll see that game on Finger Lakes 1 on Monday night. And then Hornell, a team they already beat on the road. They're hosting them next week in this gymnasium. And then North Star Christian on the last night of the regular season will be in the gym. And for Lions, rivalry game against Clyde and probably a couple easy wins from North Rosen and Marion.
North Star Christian. Who gave North Star Christian the only loss this year?
Whitman. Yeah, crazy. After Geneva beat him.
Right,
so
that was a crazy weekend.
Whitman has been playing a tough schedule, and so they do have those 5 losses. But, man, more impressive wins than maybe anybody. Playing up a lot of Class B teams. Their losses coming to Lyons, to Geneva, to Weedsport, a Class C team out of Section 3. Actually, look, I got Whitman lost to Hornell, 61-48. I'm sorry about that. And then Livonia, they beat Livonia. Right. They lost to Livonia, which that one surprised me a little bit. It was a 2-point loss as we get a look at one reason that Lyons was up against it tonight. Tootie Smith out, not in the lineup tonight. I could have used him for sure.
Absolutely.
So 2:43 to go. Lead at 17. Lehue stripped by Von Derek Burks.
Well, still a solid possession for Whitman. They would take over 30 seconds off the clock.
Now James takes it right into Pendergrass.
He's in the right spot.
Yep. And again,
he got away. Yeah, he reached in. Yep. And that's his 4th.
These Whitman kids look like they have a lot of fun playing together as well.
Yeah.
They always have,
right.
going back the past few years, this group. Getting about that time where we got to pick our Chichinos player of the game, and Mayor James cans the free throw. Lehue has really lit up the second half, but Pendergrass played great all night. Benedict's played great.
Yeah.
Roy, they've all played great.
Flip a coin. But to me, I think the difference has been Pendergrass. He's been able to stay on the court. He's sliding over, getting in great position defensively, caused a lot of turnovers and bad shots by Lions.
Well, let's make it official. Next dead ball. 2:09 to go here. Lead now stands at 17. There's the Pendergrass working against Von Derek Burke. Back out. 8 seconds to shoot. Ball thrown out of bounds. It'll stay with Whitman. And there he is, our Chichinos player of the game, Liam Pendergrass, the senior big man, having a heck of a game. Going to be key in Marcus Whitman's plans for the postseason.
Another rebound.
An offensive rebound, and now they can just reset it, run another 30 off the clock. And
Coach Schott's emptying the bench right now.
Lehue. Maybe a little wake-up call for the Lions. A lot of people have been penning them in as a guaranteed C2 sectional champ. That would be their 20th in their school history. Might be the wake-up call they need heading into the postseason.
Oh, no.
And Coach Schatz just has a timeout to shuffle in some substitutes.
Coach O'Connor's going to follow suit.
As we get a look at our upcoming webcast on Friday night, the Wayne Eagles will be at Waterloo in a big Finger Lakes East matchup. You can listen live as the crowd showing their appreciation for the starters for Marcus Whitman. Finger Lakes Radio on Friday night and on video replay Saturday morning at 9 a.m. and then Monday night we'll see these Marcus Whitman Wildcats in Seneca Falls as they take on the Miners Blue Devils. And that ball out of bounds. So into the ball game now for Lions. We've got number 14 Connor Bastian, Trent Donnelly, just a sophomore, James Gravino, the only other senior along with Benji Kemp on the roster. Jay Battle is in there, the sophomore JV call-up. And who am I missing? Von Derek Burks.
Von Derek Burks, right.
And then for Marcus Whitman, Connor Tomian in the ball game. He didn't play,
Doesn't play much.
You know, he's a key part of this
Absolutely.
team most games, but he's still just a sophomore, where the bulk of this Whitman team, juniors and seniors, and there were the basketball, Zach Lovejoy, number 00, Dakota Blue. Noah Hildreth in there as well. There's Bluye. Oh, Dakota just off. Boy, the crowd wanted that one to go down. And Carson Miller, 5'10" junior, into the ball game as well. And there's a steal. Here comes Lovejoy. Let's see if they can get Dakota another shot. Nope. Big rebound there by Trent Donnelly, going coast to coast. Can't get it to go. And so with 20 seconds left, that'll do it. Yeah, they're not going to let him shoot it. I don't blame them. They're trying to. 10 seconds. And they're on their feet at Marcus Whitman. The Wildcats with a big statement win. Just pulling away from the Lions in the second half. Your final score, Marcus Whitman 65, Lions 48. We're going to step aside. When we come back, it's the Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style postgame. Once again, your final score, Marcus Whitman 65, Lions 48. Keep it right here on FingerLakes1.com.
Help FingerLakes1.com bring you more great live local sports coverage by becoming a supporter at patreon.com/FL1. Generations Bank is celebrating 150 years of serving and supporting our hometowns. Visit mygenbank.com for the best choices in checking, savings, home equities, mortgages, and much more. Generations has been the Finger Lakes Bank since 1870. Generations Bank, member FDIC.
Since 1937, the difference has been DeSanto Propane.
All roads lead to Bill Cram Chevrolet, Waterloo Exit 41, Highway 5 and 20 in Seneca Falls. See all our trucking deals at BillCramChevrolet.com.
Dr. Littlejohn, Dr. Barbie, and their outstanding orthodontic team share a common goal: to ensure the overall wellness of each of their patients through their exceptional orthodontic care. Dr. Rod Littlejohn and Dr. Liz Barbie are proud to support our area high school athletes. Check out Dr. Rod and Dr. Liz online at littlejohnortho.com.
And welcome back inside Marcus Whitman High High School. It's the Little John Orthodontics Smiles with Style post-game show here on FingerLakes1.com. Once again, your final score, Marcus Whitman 65, Lyons 48. And Sharpie, we've been so excited for this game and, discussing, who's going to win. I think that a lot of us thought Lyons was the favorite.
Right.
And at halftime, it was a 1-point Lyons lead.
Right.
But then Marcus Whitman just kicked it into another gear.
Yeah, they play so well together. They know where everybody's going to be every time up the court. Extremely disciplined both offensively and defensively, and they just run their stuff, and they don't care who scores. They just go out and play basketball.
Well, we're about to be joined here by our Chichino's player of the game, Liam Pendergrass. Have a seat, Liam. Throw those on. Let me get you all hooked up here. So great game. What did Coach O'Connor just say to you guys in the locker room?
Last time we got out rebounded a lot to a little. So this time we were looking at the plus and minuses of that. So they were +1 on rebounds going into the second half at halftime. And then he said he didn't know, but he thinks we out-rebounded them. So that was a key to the game.
You certainly did in the second half.
Yeah.
The second half was probably the best basketball I've seen this team play ever, this group. And I've seen you play some great games. This game, you're both in Class C, but different classifications.
C1,
There's C2, right?
Yeah.
And different leagues. Of course, you're not in the Finger Lakes West's league. So, what personally was the motivation, play this it was like an oddity game. So, what was your take coming into the game?
We'd played them before, so we kind of knew what was to expect. We didn't really play to our level last time. We kind of played we played their game instead of ours. So it didn't really end up how we wanted to, but this game we knew what we wanted to do. We knew where we were, what the goal was, and we finished it.
Okay. I got to tell you, with the pregame, I was asked about the keys of the game, and I thought you were the X factor tonight. That's what I said pregame because of your help on defense and rebounding. I thought you needed to stay on the court. The last time I saw you play was against Geneva, and I knew you'd have better days than that. But I was very impressed with how you came over and helped out defensively and created travels. I think you drew an offensive foul and forced some bad shots. So I thought you did an excellent job with that tonight.
Thank you.
And you guys, first of all, I don't think I've had a chance to ask you. I think we're going to have some of you guys in for the Upstate Hoops podcast Sunday. All right. So I'll be asking you some more questions then. But, what did you first think when you found out you weren't going to be in the Finger Lakes West this year?
Before, it's always been kind of maybe we'll do this, maybe we won't. Okay. But afterwards, it was after sectionals last year, it was all right, we're going to do this. So it was kind of all right, we're ready for this.
The purpose was to be better prepared for sectionals.
Yeah.
Is that the sole mission of this team, to bring home a sectional title? Do you know when the last time Marcus
76.
Okay.
Yep. He brings out it every day.
Yeah. 1976. I was 4 years old.
I wasn't even born.
I'm sure you weren't. Any final questions?
Yeah. One of the things I want to let you know that I think you're pretty lucky to play for a guy like Coach O'Connor.
Oh, yeah.
I've been around basketball all my life, and I think that the way he has you guys playing, both offensively and defensively, he's got you guys in a position now to really challenge for that sectional title.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Marcus Whitman basketball. I love how you guys play, and I'm looking forward to down the stretch. And I'll see you next Monday, I think, at Miners.
Yeah, we're going to be calling that game at Miners.
Yeah, and what you said about the offensive defensive, I want to give props to Liz Royston. She's done so well with our defense.
Good.
And she does a lot of it.
Yep, assistant coach. Just talk about some of your teammates real quick before we let you out of here. They all played great tonight.
Yeah, Seth Benedict, he's been my brother since, not my brother, but we've been friends since
brother from another mother.
Oh, yeah, it's always
there he is.
Hey! Yeah, that's him. Ryan, Jordan, Aiden, Noah, everybody on that team, we've been together since kindergarten. We have these little dribblers up on here on Saturday morning in the gym. We help all the kids.
Guys.
Oh yeah, and you call the game in Waterloo. We're all up in the stands when we played North Rose.
North Rose Wildcat. Then you lost. That was one of the better games I've ever seen. Caleb Green, I think, was
Caleb
one of the better players.
Gavin McComsky.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was that was a great game. I'm glad to see you're such a historian of the game of Marcus Whitman basketball. But I have a free pizza for you here from Chichino's Pizzeria. Right. It's a large cheese pizza. You can. Last year, I think you guys had a pizza party.
Yeah, we had one before we went to watch North Star versus Geneva earlier the other day.
So
last month.
But yeah, I can tell you, because I mean, I was blown away with how well you guys played in the second half. I didn't anticipate a blowout tonight, but that's what we got in the second half. So maybe we'll see you Sunday in Seneca Falls for the Upstate Hoops podcast. We'll definitely see you Monday for that game against Minders, and then beyond that, best of luck in that quest for that sectional title.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Liam Pendergrass.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So wow, Sharpie, good job. That was a fun interview.
It was, yeah.
But one thing I do like about Whitman is that they do, pay attention to the whole history of things, the whole lay of the land and section, and they love what we do at Finger Lakes 1 too. I know that.
You didn't get the question out, and he said 1976.
Yep.
So they really know where they stand in the annals of Marcus Whitman basketball.
Yep, and they do have a chance to make history this year. And after tonight's game, I'd say that they've moved into the spot of being the favorite. They play similar to Red Jacket as well. That's why I still think that Red Jacket matchup would be fantastic. So I'll run through the scoring here real quick, and then we'll get out of here. For Lions, it was Benji Kemp leading all scorers with 21, having a great game.
He really did.
Boy, he picked up that foul, then fouled with a technical. It sent him to the bench midway through the fourth quarter, or he may have had more. Amir James with 13. Horace Betts with 6. 3 for Jarrell Petty, 2 for Jetez Barber, 2 for J.C. Walker, and 1 for Jay Battle. For the Marcus Whitman Wildcats, it was Jordan Leahy with 18 points, 15 in the second half.
Great second half.
Yeah, I mean, most other nights that he would have been Argentino's player of the game,
absolutely.
but Pendergrass, impressive on both ends. Just one of the better games I've seen him play. He finished with 14, 12 for Noah Hildreth, 9 for Seth Benedict, 8 for Aiden Royston, and 4 for Ryan Harrod. Lions was up 28-27 after the first half, and then it was all Whitman after that. They outscored them 25-12 in the third quarter to win 65-48.
Pretty impressive. Impressive.
We move a little closer and closer to sectionals.
I love it.
So it'll be Friday night. We'll be in Waterloo for Wayne versus Waterloo. That's a radio broadcast with a video replay on Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Then on Monday, it's Minders versus Marcus Whitman.
Right.
So that'll be another test. Last year, Minders blew him out of Arthur L. Baker. So we'll see if maybe Whitman has revenge on their mind. And Minders also much improved.
You're right.
Also preparing
Absolutely.
for sectionals.
Right.
So it's a great time of year, and I love watching high school basketball
Absolutely.
with you, partner.
Thanks, Jim.
So for our producer, Jason Hunt, our cameraman, Jeremy Hunt, and my broadcast partner, Kevin Sharp, I'm Jim Sinicropi. Thanks for watching Wayne Finger Lakes High School basketball on FingerLakes1.com, and we'll see you next time.